Our sock is complete, and so it's time to finish off our toe with the Kitchener stitch. I like to do the rounded Kitchener, which I'll demonstrate. I also prefer this smaller darning needle that has the bent tip. Many of you might have a darning needle like this, but you can see how large that is. With sock yarn fingering weight, it just makes it really cumbersome to do. So for the rounded Kitchener, you will work the first 2 stitches together and then 1 stitch. So it's 3 stitches on the front, 3 stitches on the back. I like to hold my needles. I've got them lined up. I've got the yarn coming from the back needle. And I put my index finger in between, just the tip of it, to kind of give it a little space. And you're going to enter the first 2 stitches as if to knit, slip them off, enter the 3rd stitch or 2nd stitch as if to purl, leave on, pull your yarn through, and then you'll go to the back and make sure you come under the needles. You'll enter the first 2 stitches as if to purl, purl off, enter the 3rd or 2nd stitch as if to knit, leave on, and then pull and tug up. Remember, snug, not tight. Then we'll go back to just a regular Kitchener, which is knit off, pivot, and purl on. Do it in the back. It's purl off, knit on. And what I like to do is I knit off and then I just pivot. So you don't pull the yarn through that first stitch. You just pivot and do the purl on, and then you pull it. Just so you've got one motion. Purl off, knit on. And again, you're going to kind of look and make sure you're creating the stitch. And you'll work across your needle until you have 3 stitches on the other end. So bear with me. We'll get to that spot. And again, it's not, you don't really tug it to kill it. You just snug it. That'll be my motto. Don't tug, just snug. Okay, we're working there. Okay, knit off, purl on, knit off, purl on. Now, have a little bit of a predicament here. I'm not sure how that got off. Probably got off because of how I moved some stitches around. So what's super important is that you redistribute your stitches so you have an even amount on the front and an even amount on the back, which I did not check. So I'm going to work these stitches in. This will be a good opportunity to show this. We'll knit off, purl on. And in the back, I'm going to purl off 2 and knit off 1. So I'm going to kind of absorb those stitches a bit. All right, so now I've got 3 and 4. So I'm ready to finish the rounded Kitchener. And again, this time I'm going to work the first stitch, and these 2 stitches will be done together. So knit off and purl on. And this time I'm going to slip that front needle out. Now, technically I would do the first stitch and the second 2. But because I've got the extra ones, I'm going to go ahead and purl off 2, knit off 2, and be done. And then we'll give it a look and see what we think of our toe. So, you know, this is a little bit off here because of my uneven stitches. You can see nicely how a Kitchener stitch simply rolls the knit stitch on and over. I'm not going to fuss this. I could have pulled it out and got it all even and fine, but you know what? It's going to be on my toe. It's going to be on my foot. It might be in my shoe. It's going to be all right. I'm going to roll with it and let it be. And then we're going to weave in these ends, which I'll show in another video.